your church group, for your civic club, for your school, for your other organizations to sit down and talk about the things that you want to do to make a difference. This top 10 things will help you focus and commit regularly to engaging in activities that will advance our region. Just think of the long-term impact that those groups could have if they were to practice their own top 10 items while engaging others along the way. Not only would the cumulative effect be noticeable, but long-lasting as well. I want to close with a story from this week's Time magazine, which is dedicated to the 100 most influential people in the world. Wael Kahamnim is not a name that you would expect to find on this list. I wouldn't imagine if I asked for a show of hands about how many people knew who Wael is would garner many votes either. In fact, until several months ago, there was no particular reason that you would even know who he was or why he would be on this list. But the article states that Wael embodies the youth who constitute the majority of Egyptian society. A young man who excelled and became a Google executive, but as with many of his generation, remained apolitical due to a lack of hope and a loss of hope that things could change in a society permeated for decades with a culture of fear. Over the past few years, Wael and others began working outside the box to make their peers understand that only their unstoppable people power could affect real change. He quickly grasped that social media, notably Facebook, were emerging as the most powerful communication tools to mobilize and develop ideas. And by emphasizing that the regime would listen only when citizens exercised their right of peaceful demonstration and civil disobedience, Wael helped initiate a call for a peaceful revolution. The response was miraculous. A movement that started with a gathering of less than 1,000 people on January 25th ended with 12 million Egyptians removing Hosni Mubarak and his regime from power. What Wael and the young Egyptians did spread like wildfire across the Arab world. My pastor once told me that a vision without action is simply a daydream. I want to offer to you this morning that a vision coupled with action can become a revolution. As opportunities for regional collaboration are identified and developed, we must not be afraid to act boldly, as Dean said. We must work together in implementing initiatives that are beneficial across our entire region. History has proved that breaking out of the status quo can provide greater opportunities for everyone while reducing individual burdens. When it is clearly identified that working together regionally will have a positive impact for the entire region, decision makers must not get caught up in that trap of least resistance that Dean just mentioned. It's so easy to do. I urge you this morning to make bold choices, to make decisions today that will have a long-term, lasting positive impact on our 10-county region. 1,000 visionaries turned into 12 million and brought sweeping changes to an entire country. There are over 400, nearly 500 visionaries in this room. Let's turn that into 1 million Upstate residents implementing the 2030 shared Upstate growth vision. Are you ready to start a revolution? The time is here. The time is now. Thank you.